What's up, guys? So today oh my god. What's up, guys? So yeah, today I wanted to talk about why you should reconsider dating apps when dating. I know a lot of guys right now in 2025 have pretty much just given up on dating apps because, at least for guys, you're not getting hundreds of options unless you're some fucking god status dude. The majority of us, I mean, maybe 1 to 2 matches every few months, if that. So that's one of the reasons, at least initially, why I think people have just given. Oh Jesus. Okay. Why I think people have given up on dating apps, and you know what I say is, I think you should reconsider them. Wow, this is a loud ass motherfucker. Turn this shit down. Yep. Fucking hell yeah, dude. Okay, that's better. It's not clipping. Anyway, so this is why I feel like you should reconsider. And the reason is, I met my wife on Tinder, which I know sounds like something that would just never happen in the entire fucking universe. Like, I know that that's like the last thing you think would happen to anybody on those apps, but I am so glad I did not discount those apps, especially for people who are introverted, okay? It is tough for people who are introverted because of, mainly, not because it's like we're not social or some shit, right? It's that your interests, like my interests, don't lead me to things where a lot of people are. So people like myself who just don't have, God, sorry, I missed that. It's fucking terrible. Yo, this is dog shit. Sorry. People like myself don't necessarily always end up in places where a lot of people are. So we spend a lot of time by ourselves. And right, that's normally fine. There's really no issue with that. But as you kind of go about things day to day, you know, if you're by yourself, you can notice just this sense of loneliness creeping up, okay? The sense of just feeling like, you know, no matter what you do, you can't really find a relationship, and if you do and you go out, you don't really have a good time because it's just not anything you're enjoying. And this is why dating apps are great, because you can make it really clear what you like and what you're into, and you have access to date people that people in the past just have not had, okay? People would date people in the area, and you know, if you were lucky enough to get somebody because your personality just happened to align with the kind of people in your area, then you were lucky enough to get married, and you know, yeah. But not everybody, you know, was in a position where they could even, you know, have interests that aligned with the majority of people in their area, so they didn't end up getting with anybody, and they were pretty alone. And I was young in the 90s, okay? I was born in 1995. I'm 30, which is crazy. So crazy, dude. But I was looking at the sound waves, by the way, trying to see, up, you know, in Logic Pro. I'm basically just trying to see if it's clipping or not, and it's not, which is fucking sick, okay? But our options overall, yo, I'm giving people so many points for just rezzing my ass. Not anymore, boys.
The enemy is halfway to their goal. We are behind, but not out.
But nowadays we have access to dating people from everywhere. I met my wife while I was in the Navy, and she lived an hour away. I never would have met her at all if it weren't for Tinder, or if it weren't for apps like that. And I know a lot of people just criticize those apps because they just think that every woman on there is a slut and a whore. Like, this is, I'm joking, but this is usually what a lot of incels typically get into, especially older ones. I'm not gonna lie, bro, the stereotype of the bald 50-year-old that's super thick, like 5'4", and just like super bitter about the divorce they just had, like bro takes a picture with one eyebrow up, looking sophisticated, alpha male. This is like the type of guy that would just call some woman a slut or a whore. So, bro, there's sluts and whores with everybody but you, right? Everybody else is getting fucked by you. So what does that say? Like, You know what I mean? Like, getting into this mindset where you start to demonize and basically make women on dating apps out to be just sluts and whores, and none of them want marriage, and every woman just doesn't want a relationship. And let me talk to you guys about something, okay? From what I understand, is a lot of guys do things to get sex in return. Okay, this is what is called a nice guy. All right, nice guys are people, like I just said, who do things in order to get some kind of response. They give a lot of gifts, they do a lot of things for the girl, and they want sex in return, and they almost expect it. So when the girl doesn't want to fuck them, the guy obviously feels used. But it's also like, dude, the person doesn't have to have sex with you just because you do nice things for them. Nice things doesn't equal a nice fuck, okay? You're not going to get your dick sucked because you just decide to be nice one day, okay? If it were that easy, everybody would have a relationship and there wouldn't be all this fucking loneliness to go around that everybody seems to partake in from time to time, alright? But that's just not reality, alright? So you gotta stop doing stuff to get things in return, which is why it's just important to honestly stick to your guns with what you like, bro. And that's why these dating apps are great, because you don't have to fucking leave your house to meet somebody. And you don't have to leave, like, you can literally meet up with somebody across the world. There's different dating apps and things like that. And, you know, it's like everybody is like a bot now. And, you know, there's all these excuses and reasons as to, like, why, you know, well, you know, everybody's not real on those apps and nobody wants marriage. And, dude, I'm living proof that somebody who's socially awkward can use those apps and actually end up, you know, finding somebody and meeting the love of their life. Like, you can do it, bro, okay? So don't discredit these apps or discount these apps and just chalk them up to something because you just haven't had luck on it or success on it. There were years I would not get a Tinder match. If I got Tinder matches, like, it wasn't really somebody I was into. You know what I mean? Like, it was a really bad experience. I got scammed one time. I fell for the gas scam like an idiot. Like, oh, I need gas. It just took $20 for me. Shit sucked. I was like, oh, I'm going on a date. And then I had to walk back 10 minutes later, like, embarrassed as hell. Just to see, I didn't look at my roommate's face, but obviously he could tell what happened. So like, I have had bad experiences on those apps, and so I can understand why people don't like those apps. It makes sense. I didn't like them for a while. I was like, oh, well, I'd rather meet somebody in person. Bro, people nowadays are going out with an objective, okay? And their objective, unless it's somewhere, I guess, where you actively date somebody, like even a club, I don't think girls are going there looking to meet some guy. At this point, people are going to a place with a purpose. For what I understand, a lot of people just want to go to a club to dance, just have fun, right? That's typically a lot of people go. I don't go to fucking clubs. I don't know what the fuck it's like, dude. It's not really my, like, I don't know. I don't go. Like, I don't really want to go. It's like day to day, I'm like, nah, like, ooh, I want to go to a fucking club. Like, fuck that, dude. Like, sick as fuck, dude. In the club. In the club. Like, that's not, it's not really what I want to do in a day. It just doesn't really pop into my head as something that I find fun or like an activity that I want to do. So, this is why these apps are so great. Because now you don't have to get past douchebags at a club. You don't have to climb your way to some social place where the woman would consider you worthy of dating or some dumb shit. I know obviously it's not how that is, but, you know, you don't need, like, I don't know, you just, it's different. Dating is different. If you have a shit reputation, you're fine because you can go online and meet somebody elsewhere that has no idea about the social mistakes you've made. Raising my hand because me. Nah. Like, but realistically, man, like, don't do yourself a disservice. Stop thinking it's the 1990s and you need to meet somebody in person. Like, times have changed, bro, and dating apps are where you find dates. You don't need to fucking, you don't need to go and look up a bunch of fucking dating advice or all that shit. Just, like, honestly, bro, this will work for me. I just posted 3 pictures of myself, not fucking trying hard, not being, like, trying to flex or, like, look a certain way. Not, like, just 3 regular-ass pictures of myself with no fucking description, okay? That is what made more matches reach out to me than anything else. You do realize women will screenshot your bio, and there are Reddit forums and groups where they just send them to each other and make fun of you. Women literally send pictures of your bio to each other. This could be obvious. I could be saying the sun is fucking shiny. You know what I'm saying? It's shiny. The sun, I'm like literally sitting here saying the sun is bright. It'll burn your eyes if you look at it. Like, I'm trying to fucking think I'm saying some profound shit when I'm basically saying nothing. So, tell me if I'm doing that. I won't. But,
Operation failed.
But yeah,
Need any more losses
that's
today.
really it, guys. So just give Tinder a shot and don't just discount or think these apps are bullshit because you haven't had success. And yeah, have a good one.